Hello all, this is Dswank. I am here on Easy Start Earth in Space Engineers, and today I'm going to be comparing king blocks to mod blocks, and these are on the wrong sides, but Alright, so let's start with the toilet, or should we end with the toilet? Either way, we're going to be dealing with shit. Okay, so, this mod. This is Xpar's Toiletries. This is Keen's. Now, we have the singular toilet on its own, and then we have the full block toilet. Downside for both of them, neither have doors. So, and they're just seats. Oh, I'm curious. Let's zoom down here. Zoom on down here. Okay. That doesn't cup you quite the way I expected. Alright. So, let's hop on out. Nice. Quite a bit of greebling. I don't understand why we have a pressure gauge in the toilet. But we also have 0G hand washing, which is nice. So, not bad, not bad. I could have been a lot worse. And we have just the actual throne here, which is going to be the command seat for Fuzz whenever I get a chance. So, I'm going to give this a draw, honestly, between the two. I'm going to go a little easier on modders because, let's start over. Hello all, this is Dswank. I am in Space Engineers on an Easy Start world, and we're going to be looking at mods versus what Keen gave us. Keen's, this line plus the things on the right at the far end, the cockpits down there, $4 or your Steam equivalent. The things here and the cockpits on this side are mods, and I am going to try and tell you the mod creators as I go through all this. So, we have, this is Xpar Toiletries. It's labeled obsolete now. I wonder if this is why. But, toilet mesh, not that good. This is also the 0G toilet. Has a lot of similar features. There's the hose that you pee in. There's the hose that you pee in. But, I mean, as a block, I say this one is probably... Well, I like this one more. I like Keen's blocks more here. But, with this mod, we actually get so much more stuff. We get showers and dryers and things like that. So, because of that, and the fact that the mod authors were not competing where they were going to be competing, and they're free, there's a lot of pluses on the mod side, but I'm going to ignore the value of that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore the value, the price. So, ignore the fact that that costs more than this. Ignore the fact that these mods come with more blocks. And I'm just using the mods that I personally use. So, I'm actually going to have to lean towards Keen on how I'm judging these. These two. So, lean towards Keen. So, 1 point for Keen. Now, desks. And this is the one standout block to me. Well, actually, two. So, we have this block, the long desk. And then we have the corner desk. You can kind of see the metal lines there. That is fantastic. Unfortunately, we don't have a desk plug put in there. If we did, this would be fantastic. I do know that the new console block happens to fit in there really well. This is, as a table, this is fantastic. I love it. Now, up until now, I was using Sage's desk. This is the original desk that we got in Space Engineers. The original mod, desk mod. So, now, moving on, we have our kitchen. Oh well, let me go back to the desk. I'm going to give the point to Keen on this. Kitchen. Well, this fits the aesthetic. I can't interact with it. Can I interact with anything over here? So just purely decorative. And seeing as it's purely decorative, I'm going to have to lean towards Keen on this one as well. Just straight up block comparison. Granted, the TVSI does have more blocks with it, but I'm not counting that. This is a single galley unit that contains all the stove and the sink, and I think that's supposed to be the little fridge there. So over here we have the stove, the sink, the oven. I think that's the trash can. I think that's maybe washing stuff, or maybe that's trash. I'm not sure. We got a microwave. We've got food containers up there, I'm guessing. Or maybe air vent or something. So, yeah. I like that. In comparison, yeah. So now we're on to the planter. It's what you'd expect from Keen. A lot. Ooh, I didn't even notice the stuff on down below in the middle, the grain stuff. That's kind of nice. I like it. For what it is, not bad. When you grind it down, no build states or anything. Well, build states, but no changes in like, okay, this one doesn't have glass and it's just dirt. No, it goes straight to metal. Unlike this one, that you can come over and until it turns pink. But you've got 1, 2, 3. So while this one has the aesthetic Space Engineers has, this one has a lot more features. So I'm calling it a draw. This one's also from Ekester's Decorations. Same with the couch that I'm comparing. Now this couch, it has several couch blocks. I can't sit on the corner, so I'm not counting that. I can sit on this corner. So I like Ekester's because it turns, but this one fits the decorations. This one has cargo capacity, so you can stuff things in between the seat cushions. This one doesn't. I'm calling it a draw, honestly. The only thing that would make this better is if, hypothetically, if 2 of us could sit in that. I doubt it, but hypothetically it would be nice. So, draw. Draw. Keen, Keen, Keen. So we're Keen is winning by a point at this point. So now we have Armory and Suit by Hammerman, I believe. Old mod. And still in pretty good shape. Now over here we have 2 different armories. We have a full block armory. We have gloves, suit, guns, welders. Don't see grinders or drills in here. downside to this, what I really wish is, I mean, I can interact with it, but if I could interact with some, like an area of this being designated, like this wall, this is cargo capacity. This, if I interacted with it, I would like the medical suit change to show up. I mean, the mod doesn't integrate it, but that's something I'd expect from Keen. Because it's their damn game, and this should do that. I should be able to change my suit and my suit's appearance from right here. But I can't. So, this is probably the one block I am disappointed with. But I still, in comparison, I have to give it a draw. Now onto the beds. I don't like the bed in this mode. In laying flat. Because, let's zoom on down here. Yeah. See? It doesn't feel right. Now, in 0G, that would be great. But, yeah, holding on to that, nah, don't like. Versus, that looks like I'm going to be sleeping, doesn't it? On a very narrow bed. How do I look here? A lot more relaxed, you know? Also kind of like I'm walking. So, So this is a draw, honestly. Okay, so down here to the cargo. Or lockers. And comparatively... Oh wait, I forgot to mention. Sage's bed, cryo beds. Yes. Lockers. I believe this is Ekister, but it could also be Hammerman. Because, yeah, that is Hammerman's lockers. This is Ekister's lockers. Both of these feel like actual lockers to me. However, I can't interact with Ekister. I can interact with Hammerman. But I think these lockers are better. So this is Keen Point. I'll come back to you in a minute. Now we have the industrial cockpits. And let's let industrial cockpits, small grid. Yeah. So I'm comparing it to Sage's industrial cockpits. I probably should have also compared this to a couple others, because this kind of looks like a head. So the mech cockpit and the rover cockpit biomechs might be good, especially with all the ports on this one. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 LCDs, and I'll get back to those. That's a feature they added in just the base game. And we have some nice stuff over there and some nice stuff over there. And here we have... Yes! Here's the scripts. So, these are integrated in the game. We have a clock, we have a speed, we have hydrogen usage and power, we have gravity things, we have the speed, and this is an artificial horizon. So those are just integrated into the game now. Like, I'll get back to it. But Sage does not have a large grid. So a little bit leaning towards... well, actually, this one just doesn't convert well. Because it's a completely different style than, like, Sage's. It looks different. Block size is different. I mean, this is a similar block size. But it doesn't convert well, and I don't feel good comparing them. Okay, so the connector point for this is above. And we have a proper door in the back. Yes. Does this have a proper door? No. So, you know what this reminds me of? The little sea truck in the new Subnautica. But anyway, I'm gonna just say draw. Bye, Sage. Bye, Keen. I'm gonna say draw and all that. But anyway, okay, so this is what Keen gave us. Okay. Now we can interact with it, and this is what I was gonna... We have the LCD panels, they're labeled, and you can do, down here, content, text and images, or scripts. And you've got analog clock, artificial horizon, energy and hydrogen, gravity, velocity, and digital clock as things you can replace any LCD screen with. So they've got integrated scripts. Okay, so I showed you the scripts. Now this is the block that King gave us. Now, it looks a whole lot like a block that is out there that is the... well, it's pretty much this, but with Colt flares to it. The Colt Command Pack flare. And then Digi wrote a script for the projectors that allowed you to scale the projections and preview the projections and all of that. And I can't really compare them when they're both... both on server, because this is a projector block, and that script that Digi wrote messes with it. See, I can suddenly make it a lot bigger. Or I can make it a whole lot smaller. So yeah. And honestly, the versatility of the script that Digi wrote and all the options in it, I'm going to have to lean towards Digi on that. It's just, there's so much more available. So, we have Draw, we have Modders, we have Keen, we have Draw, we have Draw, we have Draw, we have Draw, we have Keen, Keen, Keen. So, yeah, it's pretty close. And, yeah, I mean, there's not much... When you're really looking at them, there's not much that really stands out that makes them, oh, I gotta have this. It's just, they're nice, they're decoration blocks. This is probably the best part of it. Is it worth $4? No. If you are a diehard, I do not use mods, then yeah, this is going to be great for you. If you do use mods, not so much. It's not going to stand out. I would wait until I had maybe cut back on the sodas for a week and then use the soda money to buy it. I mean, it's $4. That's, what, 2 sodas? At least in the US, 2 20-ounce sodas. So, And when you think about it that way, will I get more use out of this than 2 20-ounce sodas? Yes. Would I complain about buying 2 20-ounce sodas? No. Do I think this should have been integrated in the base game instead of being a DLC? Yes. Do I think Keen is... From a business perspective, I think Keen is doing something kind of self-harmish with this. Especially because I don't think their game is ready for them to be pushing out DLC. But, I mean, it didn't stop Ark. Granted, Ark did it because they were going bankrupt. But, yeah. I'm going to have to leave it up to you all. It's... $4 isn't too bad for what you're getting. So, with that, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this has given you some information to help you make your decision. And I will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.